And welcome to the Lonely Marks Wrestling Podcast here on the Lonely Marks Wrestling Podcast YouTube channel. We appreciate you wherever you may be joining us from. I am Austin Pez. Howell. Jacob Barber will be along hopefully very shortly. But I've got my fellow Lonely Marks here with me tonight. JPO, Jordan Owens. What's going on, sir? How you doing?
What's up, good sir? Hey, Jericho. Maybe we'll be talking about him soon. I see draft. You know what I'm saying?
He will be certainly eligible. 7-time IC champion, I believe, JPO, if I remember correctly.
I don't want no one to want him more than me.
That's right. Hey, but there you go. And Richie Goodacre, how's it going, sir? How are you?
I believe he was a 9-time Intercontinental Champion. I believe he's held it more than anybody else.
Was it? I don't know. I didn't look that up.
Yeah.
Welcome to Lonely Marks, where we give you vague facts.
Technically, if he's a 9-time, he's also a 7-time, so I'm not wrong.
Well, you're not wrong. You're not.
Pez is a fan of 7 out of those 9. Those other 2 reigns.
The other 2 reigns I don't remember very well. They would just kind of.
He is indeed a 9-time.
Yeah.
9 times.
So the 9-time. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole thing. Intercontinental champion.
Intercontinental champion. And a 1-time FTW champion. Are we going to do an FTW list at some point? No.
We all get one.
Hey, he's held the title for. He held the title for 102 days. That's a great achievement. The longest FTW champion according to him. So
he has the most reigns though, Jericho. After him, it goes the Miz, I believe.
I see. But yeah, so we're here to talk a bevy of things tonight. We've got some current news, obviously, we'll jump into here in a moment. We'll be making our Summerslam predictions because SummerSlam is Saturday night from Cleveland, Ohio. So we'll be tuning in for that. And then, we're doing one of Richie's ideas. We're doing an Intercontinental Champions draft. So we'll be drafting former IC champions, maybe even current IC champions, obviously, will be eligible. But yeah, we'll get to those in just a little bit. So let's get into the news. Just a few. I think AEW kind of has dominated the news cycle, at least this week, as WWE is obviously still building to SummerSlam right now. I did go to Dynamite last night live in Greenville, so that's a thing.
Was Shane there?
Shane was not there. Yeah, we were going to talk about that because he may have been backstage, although Tony came out twice during the show, but he did not come out with Shane O'Mac because I don't believe he was in Greenville. But yeah, we could talk about that. Shane O'Mac has apparently actually had an in-person, face-to-face sit-down meeting with Tony Khan. So very interesting. It doesn't confirm anything. It doesn't mean he's signed any kind of deals or he's part of the company. Or
I heard someone joke that this is the meeting for the meeting about doing a meeting down the road.
Right. Yeah. The dude that gets you the dude. Yeah. Like in Law and Order. But no, still very interesting. JPO, Shane O'Mac, AEW on the horizon. Could it be? Maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
Again, I mean, I'll take it with a grain of salt here, because again, you never know too. Don't forget Shane's done stuff, with international deals for the WWE and then for other companies too. He worked briefly with the UFC with the international deals. So it's like, you never know what this is for. Like, I don't think he's going to come on TV and, be the next TNT champion. You know what I mean? I don't know if it necessarily even means he'll be on TV at all. You know what I mean? I don't know if he'll help with Ring of Honor. He'll help with maybe international deals. Supposedly Time Warner, their HBO Max deal, they didn't like it. There's that rumor of they kind of lowballed him. So maybe Shane's going to help him find a better TV deal. Whatever it is, as long as it doesn't impact TV in a bad way, and it could impact TV in a good way too. Just there's the unfortunate idea of Shane overbooking himself in the Royal Rumble and Survivor Series. So it's that's the only thing I'm afraid of. Otherwise, I've always liked Shane. I used to pop when he appeared on TV. He just unfortunately wore out his welcome towards the end. But I think he's a smart guy, and maybe Shane also wants to redeem the McMahon name because it's not exactly a name that has respect right now.
Well, yeah, I don't think that's I feel bad kind of for Shane and Stephanie, who I both feel are kind of respected were respected within the company. Most people seem to like Stephanie. She's a pretty good business lady, and most people like Shane, I believe, from what I've heard. I haven't heard a lot of people talk bad about him specifically. So yeah, I mean, it's got to be tough to be a McMahon and be like, I'm not the bad one. I'm like a good one who likes people and doesn't act like a creep. But yeah, I mean, besides that, Richie, what do Shane O'Mac? Apparently, JPO, I saw an article that said they just met about future possibilities, and pretty much in quotes. That's really about it. It's the meeting.
There's that
maybe
weird
something
TMZ photo almost too, where it's like Shane looks pissed and Tony looks like surprised. You know what I mean? But like, I doubt that dude like ran in, snapped, and ran away. Like it was obviously leaked by them themselves. So I almost feels like it might have been pre-staged. How unstaged it looks so unstaged. Makes me feel it was staged.
No, for sure. But Richie, what do you think?
Which always leads to a famous Tony non-quote where he says a lot of things without saying anything. But no, I mean, this will be interesting. Yeah, like JPO said, he's gone into business before. I mean, he's been wanting to look outside of business before to try and do stuff. Like I think he tried to convince like years ago Vince to buy UFC. I don't know how that would work. I don't know if UFC would be around. Honestly, it'd be a very different organization. So this would be interesting. This would be quite interesting. I saw a meme online of like instead of Vince, it's Triple H in the whole I brought WCW, but it's I brought AEW, and I was like, I'm like even in that reality, I don't think Triple H would care. I mean, it's interesting. It definitely gets people talking. But I don't know. Maybe like JP said, maybe he's just there to, maybe offer his business savvy and trying to get a bit of TV deal going. So I mean, it's interesting because
this is the dude who had a front row seat to the Monday Night Wars and everything. You know what I mean? So like, he probably's got some info.
Mm-hmm.
It's also probably you never know because of like their family is very weird. It could be also in a way, not solely to Robert's dad, but I'm sure it could be that. I'm sure their relationship's not the greatest at the moment, given that allegedly what happened at the Royal Rumble. And his firing from there. I just hope he maybe doesn't try to. If they do sort of work some business out, it involves him getting in the ring kind of less because I think that WrestleMania spot maybe was a wake up call.
But anyway. Well, I don't see him getting back into the ring again. Especially if he did that. I don't see that happening.
This come next year. We need a fifth for blood and guts. Here comes the money.
But no, I mean that was obviously a big deal. I mean, nothing confirming, coming out of that. It was just a meeting, just a face to face, just a hey, how do you do, and maybe to set up a new meeting down the road. We'll see what happens. As far as some Dynamite dealings, we did get kind of a semi stipulation added to it, which I was there for, to the Swerve Strickland Bryan Danielson AEW title match, where Danielson pulled the trigger and gave the whole if I don't win the title, I'll retire, stipulation. And so kind of upping the stakes a little bit. He says he's going all in, and he's pulling this. We've seen this before, obviously, in different situations. If I don't win this title, I'll give it up. But I mean, definitely kind of raising the stakes for Wembley. JPO, what do you think about that? And it was a good back and forth promo, by the way. Swerve kind of threatening that look, I respect you, Danielson, but I'm also one of the most dangerous guys in the business, and if I have to, I'll make sure you don't walk out of here or ever walk again. I'm going to do it at Swerve's time, and this is my title, and this ain't a give away a participation trophy. I'm going to keep my title, and still a good back and forth without like fully turning heel or anything, just being like, hey, this is mine, and
I got to put you down. Exactly,
I got to put you down. This is my title, and I'm going to do what I got to do. What do you think?
No, I mean, I'll also give on a quick side note too. Like, I'll give AEW props. We joke a lot of the times that like sometimes the pay-per-views are kind of built a little too late. We're still weeks away, and we kind of have a lot of the main stuff kind of built. I mean, we already both know both women's matches, and I think they've been sold pretty decently. We already know, the world title match here. So I mean, and there's still time to build, your undercard too. So
we still got Ospreay and MJF rematch is coming.
We got Darby Allin and Jack Perry, I think.
That's like 6 matches right there. Like we already know like half the card already. And we still got weeks to build, the undercard and whatnot. So no, I thought this was good here. I mean, like I said, I don't think you need to. People want to do the Nana dance, and I don't know if you have to go too hardcore of a Swerve. If, let's say, Swerve does drop the title, maybe then make him just a straight out bad guy if you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we've seen signs of that before he got kind of really over. He was doing the whole like break in, you know, to people's houses kind of thing, and you know, like he has that side of him. But yeah, no, I thought this was good. Like I said, I think the build's been, you know, pretty decent. Good week of finally getting some good promos now out of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good stuff. Richie, did you see any of the promo or hear about this?
Yeah. I thought it was really well done. Yeah, I don't know if you can fully go heel until this whatever thing is with Adam Page wraps up. I don't even know if it's going to wrap up. I don't know. It's just like the feud is destined to just continue. Yeah, no, it was really good. Yeah, it's one of those ones where because it's sort of sometimes this retirement angle, you're like, I don't know, yeah, because you know, sometimes out of nowhere where you're like, well, yeah, obviously he's winning, but given that you know Danielson is, you know, kind of towards the end here, or you know, as a you know full, you know, at least as a full time, you're like, well, okay, he definitely could lose here, but yeah, so it makes it intriguing, and we'll get to it in now when we get to all in predictions, but yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a bit of a layer, and whereas like you know obviously because yeah I guess maybe I was a proponent of wanting to see Swerve and Ospreay, but now this Swerve and Danielson, well, it'll be a really good match, and yeah, without the stipulation, now I'm like, oh, okay, all right, now you got me more intrigued now.
Yeah, well, and even after the promo talking about, you know, how he's still gonna kind of go into the match a little hurt, you know, he's not 100%, but he's gonna give 100%. You know, it still makes you wonder, like, would he win the title? Would he not win the title? Would he just go out, you know, having never won the title? Because he could be one of those guys. I went out and never won the big one, or you know, he could do it and then, you know, maybe just not hold it for very long. We'll see. We'll get to that. I don't think it's as easy to predict as you might think, you know, going into it. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, and over on the WWE side, obviously we're kind of getting our final TV shows leading up to SummerSlam, as we'll talk about. But yeah, I mean, all that card is pretty much set, so no real big surprises, anything like that. I know the Wyatts did a bit of an unmasking a little bit in the segment, right? So you know, we got to see a little bit of the new looks for a few people, like Dexter Lumis, right? Like some of those guys.
Joe Gacy, and then
they're kind of doing, kind of like what I said. You know, we got a little bit of Rowan a couple weeks ago. This week was a little bit more Lumis centered. And yeah, and they did call them by their names too. And a funny backstage segment, Chad Gable was like, "I forgot who it is. It's this guy. It's Dexter Lumis." And Adam Pearce was like, "Yeah, I know. They're signed no contract. Like we're aware." And that is the big match next week. We got a couple big matches about SmackDown and Raw sandwiching SummerSlam too, because
I don't like that. You got a big pay-per-view. Do it on pay-per-view.
Yeah. And it's missing again. Just not to harp on the tag team thing.
Tag title.
If you look at the card, well, even in general, even if you want to do the Wyatt Six at SummerSlam, it's missing. Everything's a singles match. That's my only small complaint so far. We're finally getting at least 6-7 matches, but everything is a straightforward one-on-one. I feel like we could use the break of pace if you threw in either that 6-man Wyatt or threw in the SmackDown tag titles with the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Also, is there an issue with? Do they have an issue with Tangaloa? Because
they sold it like he was injured on SmackDown. It might just be a simple matter of just star power. Maybe they're like, well, shit, we got Fatu. We're not gonna not put Fatu in the match. Like, I don't know if he's legitimately hurt. That's hard to say with how wrestling is. So if he's hurt, then that makes sense. But yeah, his debut hasn't been that great.
They've been benching him for a while, and then so Jacob Fatu and Tonga are the number one contenders for the tag titles, and not Tangaloa. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he did get hurt in one of the segments or something, and you know, even then, I think Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu might even make the better tag team as of right now. You know, so that's not necessarily maybe the worst thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, you might have to go just where the cheers are, where the intrigue is. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
might just be the odd man out.
Jacob's kind of the hot guy right now, so you know if you're going to put him in something, get it going. But yeah, so there's a tag team match on SmackDown? Is that what I'm hearing or something like that? Or?
Yeah, it's they won a gauntlet battle royal, not battle royal, sorry, but a gauntlet match, a turmoil match, if you will. on
Yeah.
SmackDown, Fatu and Tama Tonga. And yeah, instead of, I thought kind of maybe it would be for SummerSlam, but no, it's the go home show tomorrow night.
Could you see the Bloodline winning the tag titles this early?
I, in a weird way, don't see how you can't. I mean, unless like Cody stops maybe Tama from like cheating, because otherwise, like they're so strong right now that like they've been kind of overpowering everybody, including DIY themselves. So I kind of unless there is shenanigans, I kind of don't see how you can't in a weird way.
Yeah. We're Jacob, we're just talking about again the lack of a tag team match on SummerSlam, much less a tag team title match. All singles matches.
All one-on-one.
All
So
singles.
I was just saying, we got big SmackDown matches and Raw matches. They're all tagged. All the tags are sandwiching them. We got the women's tag and the SmackDown tag on Friday, and then you got the big Wyatt 6 debut, wrestling-wise, on Monday. It would have been nice to have one of those on the show to kind of, to me, break up the pace. I always like kind of like breaking up the pace when I book stuff out,
But also, like, I feel like it comes at the expense of like DIY who just won them. I don't know. So just like, I would have liked to see them have a decent run, but I can also see Bloodline winning the title.
Like I said, unless there's shenanigans, like I feel that is quite possible.
Yeah, it could be.
I just don't see it. I don't see a world where like Ciampa legit gets the pin on Tama. Like I don't see that happening.
Jacob, any thoughts on some of the AEW news, either the Shane O'Mac meeting with Tony Khan or Bryan Danielson and Swerve being title versus career, anything like that? Any comments on any of that?
The Shane stuff, it's interesting. I'm curious to see what comes of it, or if it was just hey, look, can we just talk and I can just get some advice from you or whatever, or is there something deeper? We might see Shane on TV soon. I don't know, or behind the scenes. I don't know. I'm definitely curious to see where it goes. As far as the Bryan Danielson stuff, I'm very intrigued now because I thought for sure he'd at least make it to Wrestle Dream. I mean, if you're gonna have a final match, why not have a final match in your home state? So it's if he's like done because he does have those injury issues. He's got that past. So I mean, if he's just like, hey, I don't know if I can make it to October. I know it's only a couple months away, but if you got nagging injuries and you need to wrap it up health wise, I can't think of a bigger match to do it in. I mean, All In Wembley is a little bit of a bigger show than Wrestle Dream in the Tacoma Dome. So I mean that is a bigger stage to go out on, but I'm very curious. I do love that just a side note, I do love that the main event of All In is two guys from the state of Washington. I love that, being from the state of Washington myself. So, but dang, I wish we got that Wrestle Dream though. And who knows? We still might. Maybe we'll get the rematch.
You might get a rematch if Danielson could win it. I mean, we'll talk about it when we do predictions, but Danielson could win it and then lose it back at Wrestle Dream, and just at least have that win under his belt. We'll talk about it. Or maybe he goes out like one of those guys who just never wins the big one, and that can be one of his things. I mean, we've seen that before, where the guy who just never won the big one, it could be a thing. So. Yeah, we'll see. I know just one other thing I did see that Joe Hendry, I said his name, shit, there he is, is full-time at the Performance Center. So you're going to be seeing probably a lot of him on NXT, bouncing between the two shows. So he seems to be kind of sticking around for the long haul. At least is the one kind of crossover guy that's going to be showing up a lot. So we're going to be seeing him a lot. But, yeah.
He's got a match with Joe Coffey this coming week.
He had his debut concert last week, making fun of Gallus. So so it looks like Joe Coffey will be next week's episode. Yeah, as well as the Rascals going for the tag titles.
I expect
never lost the titles. I mean, that's another big thing that would happen now, because that would be half NXT, because Wesley gets full contract with them, but then half Jack Wentz, former.
And then them coming out on them coming out on TNA TV with the NXT tag titles. I think it's just a cool visual.
I think it's a good final, like not final part of the coffin, but like final nail of like, this is legit. Like, I mean, look, we have freaking titles now. on TNA occasionally, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, again, that's a big deal. Yeah, I got another company's titles and everything, and it's not just like you see on AEW. It's like, oh, I got whose belt? Oh, a CMLL that nobody watches, belt, or what belt is that? New Japan Strong TV Women's title. What? Like, it's just I don't know. Like, I swear, Mercedes had the two belts, and I couldn't tell which one was which. I was like, oh, that's the Strong belt. That's the thing. Okay, I don't know. Whatever belts those are that everybody has. But yeah, so I mean, again, not a hugely big news week. I think the Shane McMahon thing was kind of the big thing that sort of got traction and whatnot. Otherwise, we're just kind of again with WWE, we can talk about the SummerSlam buildup when we do our predictions. But unless anybody had anything else, we could kind of get to those.
I mean, you could probably expect Hikuleo to debut at some point. He's going to be called Talatonga, apparently.
Talatonga?
Can you time me more? Tama-tonga, take a lower tongue, whatever you just said. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I even professionals, Corey Gray, they're gonna get confused. They're absolutely gonna get tongue tied on that. Like they're just gonna say it slowly every damn time.
Tonga number 1.
Yeah, it's gonna become assassin number 1, assassin number 2, assassin number 3.
Again, like we were talking earlier, like I feel like again, Tangaloa has already been kind of like on the back burner. Like, there's another one. Like, what are we gonna do with Hikuleo? Like, what does I like Hikuleo to a degree. What does he offer that's not already checked off by the 3 that we have? The 4 that we have.
He's part of the
Right, but we got it. Like, there's a group already. I don't know. I just feel like we're good. That's a whole. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
By the way, I thought you might find this funny. Given the hairstyle, what I did when I went to the barber, I just went, hey, I just showed him a picture of. I showed him a picture. I literally just showed him a picture of Corey Graves, and he knew who he was.
I was going to say, did you either show him a picture of Corey Graves or Judge Doom at the end of Roger Rabbit when he takes the hat off? Is that what you meant for also?
And we talked wrestling the whole time. He was like, "Man, Jacob Fatu should be getting a title shot. He's the more talented Solo." I'm like, "Yeah, but
everybody kind of agrees, but Solo's been around longer, so yeah,
you gotta build it. Give it time, y'all. He just debuted.
He'll get there. Survivor Series November 30th. So right after Thanksgiving, end of the month. So
in Vancouver again.
Vancouver, yeah, another Canada show. Makes sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So they love the Canadian crowds. They do pack it out. I'm sure it'll be in a nice big stadium there. Probably where we'll see War Games, obviously. Little Bloodline War Games.
Remember when in mid 2000 when they used to call it Bizarro World because they'd like, oh, these crowds are weird. They boo, they boo, they cheer the heels. We don't like that.
We got 2 in November because Crown Jewel's also that one. And Crown Jewel starts the last Saturday.
All right. Can't wait to see Logan Paul get his world title shot against Cody Rhodes in Crown Jewel. Because they'll pay for their celebrities. So, but yeah, anything else you guys want to touch on before we get to some other business?
Did you guys know that there was a Battle of the Belts Saturday?
You mean Battle of the Belt?
Oh, yeah, Battle of the Belts, yeah. So the funny notes from that is one, I think for the first time ever, only one of them was technically a title match. The other 2 were the eliminator matches they do, where it's like if you beat the person, then you get a shot. One Battle of the Belt, and then it ended with the Ring of Honor Trios titles. It's now Dustin and the new Von Erichs, Marshall and Ross, are your Ring of Honor Trios titles, which I thought they kind of killed off, but I guess they didn't. And by the way, it had the lowest ratings of any Battle of the Belts in history so far.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. But also,
they were ever high before.
I mean the Dustin thing's a feel good moment, but so annoying. The Tony Khan booking, it's like, okay, when you do a title eliminator, but then the champion just wins. I'm like, why didn't you just make it a title match?
Make it a title match.
So dumb.
Make it a title match.
If you know if you book the champion and win anyway.
Yeah. No, they both went the exact way. Willow just defeated Deanna, and Tony Storm defeated whoever, and Taya Valkyrie. Yeah, and it's like, oh, just make it a title match. It's about the belts, first of all, like as Jacob pointed out. Like, weird decision.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, then Ring of Honor channel the night before they did have their pay-per-view here. Mark Briscoe, still your champ. Shout out to Lee Moriarty becoming your new pure champion. And then Red Velvet becoming your new Ring of Honor TV Women's Champion.
Well, good to know Mark Briscoe became Ring of Honor World Champion and then lost in a trios match last night on Dynamite and got pinned.
Hey, well, setting up the next match. I don't know.
I know, but did you have to pin the Ring of Honor World Champion? You couldn't pin. You couldn't pin Ishii.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a New Japan thing because Ishii is definitely the one that should have taken the match.
Yeah, who should have got pinned in that match, but Mark Briscoe got pinned in the middle of the ring, nice and clean. But just saying, weird booking decisions again. But all right. So a fun match though. That was a fun trios match if you didn't see it. The Will Ospreay Lance Archer match was shockingly really good as well.
I knew that too. Yeah, that might have been my match of the night. Yeah,
that match was awesome. Yeah, that match was great live.
Here's my fun fact wrestling check, by the way, for Lance Archer, because I got a little curious. In the last 2.5 years, his biggest wins on a singles match was Frankie Kazarian about 2.5 years ago, and Trent Beretta on a Rampage about a year ago. Other than that, if he has a singles match, you're gonna lose, Lance Archer. Unless it's and I say big because he does have those random wins against Joe Schmo and Serpentico. So I'm just saying, like, signed and known guys, his biggest wins in the last 2.5 years have been Kazarian, who ended up quitting, and Trent Beretta, who loses a lot anyway. So just saying, I love Lance Archer. He's definitely one of those, like, he's good. Let him lose our guy now.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't give him like a decent storyline to go off though. He's good. I like to see him anyway. But yeah, that choke slam counter into a Spanish Fly was pretty good. that was sick.
No, I enjoyed it. No, they worked well together. I guess
they had good chemistry. It was a really good match. It was a fun big man, big guy, little guy match, and it was
that was my favorite match of the night, I think. Yeah.
No, it was good. The trios match was fun too. Yeah, it's solid Dynamite overall. Some good promos, some good.
I forgot you were there. I was about to say, how'd you see it, Pez? You don't have.
No, it was fun. Yeah, I had good seats. It was very good. Ospreay was super over. Yeah, that match went over really great. Like, this is awesome chance near the end. Slowly had a great build to it. Yeah, the trios match was super entertaining. Like, everybody was into Briscoe and some of those guys went over really well. Danielson was super over, so was Swerve. So, I mean, that segment, everybody was invested. The main event, Hangman Page again. And again, I'm with my girl last night, and I go, she goes like, what's Darby's deal? So she would ask me, what's everybody's deal at the beginning, right? So she goes, Hangman comes out. I said, he's a pissed off, violent cowboy. I said, okay, cool. And then he goes, Darby, and he goes, he has a death wish and he wants to die in the ring. That's his gimmick. And he can't wait to take a spot where he dies or gets paralyzed in the middle of the ring. And so sure enough, and then we're watching this match, and he gets like fall away slammed or whatever into the side of the steps, and I'm just like, Jesus God Almighty! And she just went like, oh my God, and just about fell over, just being like, Jesus Christ, stop hurting the poor guy, and just and then he gets the win, and the whole thing. So you ask me, what's this guy's deal? What's that guy's deal? It's fun. I will say there was a pre-show promo from MJF before they went live. He obviously came out for the first promo of the show. He cut a pre-show promo about South Carolina, about Greenville, and he's talking about how ever since he landed in his jet, of course, the food is shit. This place is a shithole. Food is garbage. The air is garbage. The people are garbage. And he goes, even the toilet paper is garbage. I swear, I'm trying to wipe my ass. I got this toilet paper, and he reaches down and he holds up a South Carolina Gamecocks jersey, which is like the college team. And so everybody, of course, booze. And then he goes, yeah, as I said, these toilet paper is just crap. And, eventually builds up. He holds up a Clemson jersey. And to be fair, a lot of the crowd cheered for that because they weren't Clemson fans. So just kept holding up different like jerseys from the area, you know what I mean, as toilet paper. But it was just for the local crowd. So it was like literally they played that like 10 minutes before the show started. But it was pretty fun. And he was doing, I mean, I do appreciate this new sort of, all-American hero, sort of character that he's doing with the title. So, I'm at least appreciating that.
Yeah.
So right. But I mean, they did have a pre-show match, JPL. You would have been proud. They had a pre-show match. Local Joe Schmo. Actually one of the Ugly Duckling guys, I believe. What's his name? The Ugly Duckling guy, you would have known
Rob
him.
Killjoy, Lance Lude, or Kobe Carino.
It wasn't Colby Carino, so it was one of the other two.
Beard?
Yes.
Rob Killjoy.
Oh yeah, Rob Killjoy. I think he was going under a different name, but yes, but it was him. He had the duck tights on, and was over. Crowd knew who he was. They were quacking all the time, quack quack quack. But he was defeated by the mighty Serpentico. So there you go.
I gotta win.
Yeah, so we got to win, but it was untelevised on the free show. No, they did that. I won't say anything about Rampage, but they did tape Rampage. Spoilers are out there if you like it.
I was gonna say, is there any like good matches to shout out?
It was a couple of squash matches that don't mean anything, so you can skip those. But the main event was fun. I mean, they have announced the main event, so it's not like a spoiler. I can tell you at least what the match is.
I don't feel that's a spoiler.
It's MXM against Private Party, a tag team match.
That sounds cool.
Not a super high profile match,
but FTR.
But very, very entertaining match. Like crowd got super into it. Very entertaining. So yes,
they've had so far the Ring of Honor because they were on Ring of Honor, then they were on Collision. And I think they looked good both times. Like it goes to show that like they were shadowed with that gimmick, but like they made the gimmick work.
Yeah.
I just fact checked, by the way. I am the hugest nerd alive. It was Rob Killjoy.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like WWE dropped the ball with MXM because they remind me of kind of Breezango and how entertaining they are as well.
No, I mean, and my girl next to me, every time they stopped and did their like dumb little pose, she went, "Oh my fucking god!" And she got over with her as far as just being like, "Oh Jesus Christ, these fucking guys!" And like, so no, it was fun. Like, crowd was like that. The main event is very entertaining, worth your watch. Everything else was like squash matches and nothing happened and whatever. Yeah. Like, so you're fine. I mean, I know you'll watch it anyway, JPO, because you've never missed a Rampage or a anything. Yeah. But like,
40 minutes at the end of the day.
Yeah, there's squash match. And now the Rose has a way too long match, but that's a whole another thing. So try to get through that. Other than that, just kind of a basic Rampage, nothing crazy. But Dynamite was a pretty solid show. So yes, good crowd. Nice. But yeah, not bad. So we had a good time. But not much else to report, but just a few off-air things, and not too much. But well, let's get into it. No, they don't do those anymore. They're doing them separately now.
Cool.
That's while they're in Texas, they're doing I think in a separate building too. So no, but they've been doing tapings, but it's been a separate in fact, it's even been where it's like you can come for taping A in like the afternoon and then taping B at night, or like babe for both or something like that.
No, it was only pre-show match, live Dynamite, and Rampage, and that was it. And show
it's been separate.
Well, that's
No, it was a much easier show. Some people left, once Rampage started, but I still thought it was fun enough. So, but yeah, but what do you say we get into some SummerSlam predictions? Let's do it. All right,
we're ready. Yes, indeed. We are just a couple days away from SummerSlam Saturday. We have a big event. I think it feels like a big event too. I like this card. I've been treating stuff here. We'll get to it. You got the SummerSlam title, the United States title on the line. Our boy Logan Paul taking on LA Knight. Barber, you're at the bottom of the night. What you thinking? New champ? Same champ?
I think if you don't strike now, I don't know what's wrong with you. Give LA Knight a title, please. Give LA Knight a title. I could see this one going either way. I'm kind of tired of the United States Championship not being defended, though. It's been like 250 plus days or whatever, and he's defended it twice. So I mean, we got rid of that with the world title, the WWE title. Now we're getting it with the United States title. I'm sick of it. I want to see titles defended more often than once every 125 days on average. So give me LA Knight, but again, I think this could go either way.
Okay. That's your Logan Paul history, by the way, as we approach, month 9? Defeated Rey Mysterio at Crown Jewel back in November. About 2 months later, he defeated Kevin Owens via disqualification. And then about 2 or 3 months later, he defended in that triple threat against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And now here we are. Another 4 months later, and this will be his first defense. Richie, what you thinking?
Yeah, I think it's a bit tougher than kind of think on paper. All right, I'm back.
You're very
now.
wonky.
Oh,
yeah, a little bit.
right.
You're kind of wonky.
My internet's being silly. I think it's a bit tough because as it may seem to me on paper because I mean I think LA Knight's due for the belt and I think he'd make a good champion. But I mean, if this was Vince runs company, I'm like, well, he's in his hometown, he should lose. But I don't know. I don't think maybe Triple H thinks that way. And also, I don't know if this has any bearing, but Logan Paul's caught in controversy at the moment because of something he said. He piled on that chicken boxing at the Olympics. I don't know if it's got anything. I don't know if they'll do your response to that. I don't think they will, but they did make him apologize. So
right now, LA Knight is like, yes, tweet more, Logan, tweet more.
But yeah, so it's just tough. But yeah, I think even though it is Logan Paul's hometown, I'm going to go LA Knight. But it's not. I'm not 100% confident in that. But I'll go LA Knight.
No, I'm going to third it right here for sure. No confidence here, Logan Paul. As we just said, this will literally only be his third defense. If he actually wins, then it's not a disqualification. It'll only be a second for crying out loud. But I think he's had his fun. At the end of the day, it will still be a 9-month reign. Let's give it LA Knight. Unfortunately, he came at a time where he just couldn't be world champion. Roman Reigns wasn't done with his story, if you will. So, they couldn't even really jump while the iron was hot. The iron's cooled down a tiny bit, I feel, but there's not by that much. I think it could be heated a little bit more if we walk away with LA Knight. Yeah, you're champion, and then we can finally have a defending champion. You can go on to Santos, to Carmelo, etc., etc. Pez, are you with us? Or are you against us?
No, I mean, I do think there are more unpredictable matches on the card tonight as we go through them. As far as it's something that could go either way. But I think it is time to kind of finally strike with LA and give him his big win here on a big pay-per-view. He's kind of waited long enough, and Logan can take the L here. He'll be okay. He can drop back for a couple months, maybe come back, except for like Crown Jewel, Survivor Series, something like that, and have a bigger match. So, and he's had fun with the belt, promoting it, doing his thing. This is a title you could easily put on LA Knight and let him run with it for a little while. So I'll make it a clean sweep, JPO.
Indeed, a clean sweep here. We're thinking it is LA Knight's. He's got nice eyes. Never noticed.
He does.
Hey, speaking of the other mid card title, glad to have both on the card. Though that's semi rare as well. IC titles: Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker. One more time, Richie. Is it going to be just like the last pay per view, or we're going to see a new champ?
I will say, if Sami does beat him, he can't call himself he's not an underdog. You're not an underdog. You beat everybody. You beat people can't beat. That's not an underdog. But no, I think again, you can make the argument Breaker should have won last time. But yeah, I think Breaker's quite hot at the moment. Not just physically, just momentum, and I feel like you'd be missing an opportunity here to sort of create that star. I think it would hurt him if he lost twice in a row. So I'll go Braun Breaker here. And yeah.
All right, new champ, and I'm going to say, I agree. I kind of feel like we just simply did the old kind of philosophy of booking of let's milk this. You know what I mean? Let's not have Sami get one more nice win, and then good old Brownie can take it at the next pay per view here at SummerSlam here. So it's just a straight up rematch here, and again, kind of speaking like for LA Knight, kind of the whole do while the iron's hot, and also too, if Braun Breaker loses kind of twice in a row, especially if it's straight up clean, I think that really hurts Braun Breaker even more than like an LA Knight. LA Knight is a babyface that can kind of strike back later if he loses. Braun Breaker kind of, I think, needs this win to a degree, or else he's not the monster he's selling us that he is. So, Pez, new champ, same champ.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was getting to the point where it was hard to vote against Sami, but I think they're literally doing the same match they just did last month. And if you're going to do this rematch, I don't see why you wouldn't have Braun go over this time. Sami got the win last time, maybe because Braun, made a mistake, whatever, and that sort of thing. But I think, Braun learns from it. He prevails here and gets the big win at a big pay-per-view. So I think they're going to finally kind of pull the trigger on him, get him some gold. So, I mean, you can do literally a flip-flop of these mid-card titles, take one off the heel onto the babyface, take this one off the babyface onto the heel, just do a flip-flop of these mid-card titles, and I think it's perfectly fine. So I think I will also say Mr. Breaker with 2 Ks.
Because he's a flip-flopper coming. Jacob, are we going to 4-4 this as well? Are you going to go against the grain?
I'm tempted. I am tempted to go with Sammy because it's like a Roman Reigns situation all over. Every time I bet against him, I was wrong. But I can't do it this time. I do think it's time to put the title on Breaker. I think like JP was saying, a loss to LA wouldn't really hurt him. He's a baby face. It's got the crowd behind him. I don't know where Breaker goes if he loses twice here. I think it's time for Braun to be the Intercontinental Champion and be eligible for us to draft the next time we do an IC Champ draft.
The redux, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we might have to add another name to that list because we're saying this man is walking out IC Champ.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Up next, I think the women's title over at SmackDown is being defended. Bayley, Nia Jax. We're on to me for this one here. Match 307. Damn, I don't know. When we do these predictions, I know what I'm going to say ahead of time. Then once we start talking, I go, "Is there going to be that many title changes?" Because I'm leaning towards Nia winning, and yeah, I think Nia might pull it. I think she's had maybe like match wise the best run of her career. Won the Queen of the Ring. I think it's possible. I can see it. This is another one that I'm not dead set on, but I'm going to say Nia walks away. Because what about you? What you thinking for Bayley and Nia?
Yeah, this is one of the 3 or 4 that I think as we get further into this card, will get a little tougher to predict because I could see either logic. I could see Bayley getting a big win over Nia, retaining that title, becoming, keeping up the strong championship. But Nia's been, much more reliable lately. She's been a little bit stronger. They've got a thing with her and Tiffany going right now where they're kind of buddies and, that could maybe play into it and then have some strife there with her holding the belt, Tiffany holding the briefcase. I could see something along those lines. So I'm kind of, it's been a while since she's been champ. So I'm kind of with you. I think Nia might pull this one and at least get a couple of months with it, maybe at least till another major pay-per-view. So I may also go with the title. Again, it's a big pay-per-view. They don't mind doing big title changes at big pay-per-views. It could definitely happen if it makes sense. And then we roll with it for a little while. So I'll also say Nia, JP.
All right, Barber, what you thinking for Bayley and Nia Jax?
I see 2 champs retaining their titles on this show, and the other 4, unfortunately, losing them. Bayley's one that I see retaining. I think Bayley is going to squeak this one out. However, I do think Nia gets pissed at the end of the match, beats her down. Tiffany Stratton cashes in. Tiffany Stratton will walk out of SummerSlam the new champ.
Mm.
However, my prediction for this match is Bayley. So if Bayley wins the match, that I get the point.
Okay.
No, I feel you.
That's fine.
You're saying it might be Tiffy time, but in the day,
I think it might be Tiffy time.
Saying Bayley all daily. Richie, we finally have a little bit of a split here. Who are you with?
All right. Mind the annoying dog in the back. He stopped by. Cool. Just a note, me and Bayley go to the same gay nightclub. We hang out there. I wouldn't actually known that was Nia Jax until you told me. I'm like, oh yeah, she looks a bit different now. But yeah.
They're both very glossy photos,
I'm. You know what? It's not uncommon that they do all title changes on a show. Survivor Series 2002 was one of them. I'm not saying all the titles going to change hands, but I think most of them are.
Way to go back 22 years for your.
Yeah, like they did that really recently, 22 years ago.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's happened before.
Man, I remember, the Great American Bash 1988, where all the title change hands, and it could definitely happen again.
It doesn't matter when I said it when it happened. It happened. Nia Jax. Okay.
All right, it's a little bit of a split off there. I think we got a few of us thinking Nia, a little bit for Bailey all day. I do love you, Bailey. All right, coming up next, the other women's championship. Liv Morgan on her revenge tour against not yours, but my mommy, Rhea Ripley. Richie? No. Pez? Me?
Me, I think. Me, yeah.
Pez.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is again one where I think there's a 100% chance of Dominic Mysterio involvement. Obviously, being at ringside, not knowing what to do. Maybe helping both of them out at different times or not knowing what to do. He'll definitely be kind of stuck in the middle of this thing. I think they're going to stretch this out. This is not the first match they're going to have, obviously, and I think they're going to stick with Liv here, actually getting the win, maybe playing to Rhea being a little bit rusty, coming back from the championship, and obviously maybe Dom doing something to help Liv win, thus keeping the Rhea, mommy is pissed at Dom, and keep that tension going. Maybe he makes a mistake, allows Liv to get the win. So I will say Liv takes at least this one, and maybe Rhea gets the next one. So I'll say Liv for this one.
Hey, remember when Liv wore those shorts, Barber? Anyway, Barber, what you think?
Those denim shorts, yeah. Which ones? Yeah.
I remember. Then I remembered
again.
Remember? And then I remembered the third time.
Yes.
This one. Yeah, this one. I love how unpredictable some of these matches are. Yeah, I think smart money would be, give the belt back to Rhea. She's hot. People love her. But I kind of dig what Liv is doing character wise. I think she can do more with the belt. I know I just said I only see. Oh, there we go.
And I'm going off cam for no reason. I swear, guys.
Remember? Yeah, right. Remember? Anyways.
I'm sorry. What are we talking about?
What's that? Anyways.
I got a hankering now to eat cake somehow. Reason I don't know why.
I have to agree with Pez. I think Dominic is playing mommy. I think we're due for a proper Rhea Ripley facer. I know she's getting the cheers from the crowd, but yeah, I think SummerSlam will solidify it. We've got babyface mommy. So I'm gonna go Liv. Yeah, but again, I'm torn on this one too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say Liv as well, Pez? I already forgot.
Yeah, no. I said Liv via Dominic shenanigans. Yeah.
Right. I'm just making sure the end was Liv. All right, Richie, what you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think Liv via Dominic shenanigans, but I don't think it's like unintentional Dominic shenanigans. I think
that's what I'm saying. I think he tries to do something, it backfires on mommy, and Liv capitalizes on it, something like that.
Yeah.
And then she thinks he did something on purpose. I don't know, something like that.
That's what I'm saying. I think he does it on purpose. I think he aligns himself with Liv Morgan.
He might. He is dirty dumb. So,
yeah. So I think he turns on Rhea. This is my thing, and then and it probably make sort of the disintegration that we're already seeing with Judgment Day. So and so I think Dominic turns on mommy, and we get Liv Morgan winning the match, and that stretches out the feud. So yeah.
I will complete the trifecta here. I will say Liv Morgan walks away your champion. I think she just got the title. She needs a nice, big, juicy win. I definitely see this going as well to another month. Like, this screams match number 1 to me. You know what I mean? Even more than Sammy and Braun did. You know, who knows? Nia and Bailey could go to match number 2. This screams match number 1. Give it to Liv. Rematch in, probably something, no DQ or whatever they want to do. I'm not sure how. I mean, obviously, Rhea is more of the powerhouse, so you've got to assume some shenanigans. It could be Dominic either A, fucking up again, B, just turning. I also don't trust Finn Balor, y'all. Don't forget, Finn Balor, he took that card. Finn Balor went to that hotel, y'all. Finn Balor saw those jean shorts up close and personal. So I don't necessarily trust Finn Balor in all of this. Yeah, Finn Balor took that card, as everyone should. So I don't know. Lots of shenanigans are quite possible here. I'm just intrigued this one might happen. But we're thinking, hey, sorry, mommy. We're thinking Liv might actually retain this thing. For the first time since 2012, CM Punk is in a singles match on television as he takes on Drew McIntyre, your referee, freaking ref, Seth Rollins. Barber, what you got? Punk, is he gonna screw Drew one more time?
So other way we call him Seth Reffin Rollins tonight.
There you go.
Yeah.
Reffin Rollins.
Instead of Effin Rollins, Reffin Rollins. That's right. Yeah. I like it. All right.
By the way, fun fact: Seth Rollins was the last person to win the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. Back in 2018.
Here's the only question, guys, real quick. Predictions on what type of ref outfit Seth will be wearing this evening, on how he bedazzles it or turns into it or anything.
Monday looked cool, but it can't be the same thing.
No, it's got to be something like some kind of flamboyant ref outfit. It has to.
I reckon have maybe like strips down, like when like Jeff Jarrett wore, like with the stupid
no
the bedazzle thing,
no sleeves, tassel things, something
tassel
going
on. Crop top, like Pretty Deadly, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? Something. I predict something, some kind of weird ref outfit. Yes.
Barber, what you got though, as far as winner?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you guys are talking because it gave me time to think, and I'm still.
I know. I'm glad I'm third on this one.
This one is. Can we all agree? This one might be actually the toughest one to call out of the whole card.
Oddly enough, a normal singles match. Yeah,
because it's like, do you have CM Punk lose in his first match back? But at the same time, when's the last? Has Drew won a meaningful match since WrestleMania? Which he then immediately lost the title afterwards. Jeez. And then you got to bring Seth into play and man, I'm gonna say Drew and then that leads into Punk versus Rollins. Maybe a triple threat. I don't know. I'm going Drew, but I wish I was last on this one.
Richie, you're next.
Yeah, it's tough. I think the added wrinkle of Seth Rollins being the referee makes it tougher as well. And sort of like the Liv Rhea match, I don't see this being a one. I think we're getting more. Yeah. So yeah, I maybe see some like external shenanigans where maybe, Seth costs CM Punk the match, and then maybe down the line CM Punk gets his comeuppance on Drew, but then that leads to CM Punk and Seth at Mania, which we were going to get at last year anyway. So I will go Drew at this point as well. But it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this one's interesting, here because all the points you guys have made are very true and fair. I'm even, because there's Seth now. I even want him to be bold and say your winner will be Seth. Maybe he'll screw them both and just count himself as winner. Like, is there gonna be
or does he like count them both out, DQ them both?
Yeah, is this another match 1 of 2? Is this going to lead into an ODQ match? Like, they both kind of want to kill each other anyway. He's going to have to be pretty lenient as it is. Is this match 1 of 2, or 3? So yeah, this one's hard. I think for storytelling purposes, if I gotta lean towards Drew. Pez, what you thinking?
Yeah, because you could see either one going here. You could see Drew finally getting a little bit of comeuppance on Punk, getting his big win. But then again, you see the other side of this is Punk's first match in a long, long time. And do you have him lose, or who pisses off Seth first to get him on a bad side? Maybe I'll flip it and I'll be the lone one for CM Punk to continue to somehow screw Drew over, and screw him over even in another match. And he just continues to get pissed off and maybe even cheats a little bit. I don't know, something, whatever. Just he's got something up his sleeve, something up that straight edge fist of his, I don't know, something going on. I'll be the lone one this time just so we don't have another clean sweep. And I'll say Punk gets his first big win in a long time. Sure.
I hate going against my boy. Listen, Paz got some love for Punk and that straight edge fist. But Rollins is laughing at you because he says Drew Gulak.
Yeah, it is funny how we also like some of these are unpredictable yet.
Yeah,
I think four of them have been clean sweeps, or three of them have been.
We've had 3 clean sweeps.
None of
You
them
were
are
the,
yeah.
Yeah, you were the lone one for Bailey, but even on some of these, we're both like, I don't know. Yeah, even this one is like, I don't know about this one either. I'm not sure. We'll see.
No,
We'll talk about it.
I don't feel like there's pay-per-views where sometimes like there's at least 3 of these where I'm like, I'll bet my bottom dollar.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single one of these where I'm like 100% sold. You know
Can I pose a random hypothetical about like special guest referee?
Throw it out there, bud. Yeah.
It's just it's not about this guy, but I'm just wondering, like, if you're a Money in the Bank holder and you're a special guest referee, could you count your own pin? Like,
Money in the Bank holder. Insert yourself in. I don't know, Vince Russo. I hate your booking. What about this match?
I know.
I don't need another Nitro where there was no referee. I watched that
say
show.
No, just so we can not see that happen.
Yeah.
But we got Damian Priest defending his title against Gunther. Richie, unmute because you're next.
Oh man, this is back in the background. See, they're finally sort of making like Priest is really good, getting over really good as a babyface in this feud. Gunther's just being, hey, you're homeless. That's a choice. Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, their next sort of big show after this is the one in Germany, the Bash at Berlin. I can't see him not going in as a champion. So yeah, I mean, look. Priest is another guy sort of like the same where you don't want to discount because his title runs honestly lasted longer than I thought it was going to, and I'm glad because I think he's carried himself well. I think he's proven to be quite a star. And yeah, I really like Damian Priest. Maybe another title victory is in his future. But yeah, I'm gonna go Gunther.
Okay.
Alrighty. And now mute yourself while your person vacuums. I'm gonna agree with you though. I'm gonna go Gunther here as well. You know, you said Priest has had a good run. I could see it potentially maybe ending because Gunther is a big guy, and I mean that in like the literal sense, the pushing sense, coming off that huge IC run. Let's do it, man. Again, kind of similar to Braun. Let's do it. Mute yourself, Richie. Let's do it, man. I think Gunther getting the win. I think is the interesting thing here and walking into that next show as champ. You can have some good opponents for him. And again, I don't trust fucking Finn Balor. Pez, what you got?
Yeah, but this one is still tricky because it's like the two things I'm thinking is do you have Gunther walk into Berlin as champion or do you have him walk out of Berlin as champion in some rematch and get a big like title win there, not just a title defense?
At least to me, doesn't scream rematch.
Yeah, I don't know because you could have Damian get one more solid victory to kind of keep the babyface thing going. They haven't been Gunther in his promos has been putting him down as like definitely kind of an underdog in this match as like the temporary champion. He's got more to prove. I'm kind of the king of the mountain here. And then you could have Damian get a big win and really kind of pull the upset, but then have Gunther, challenge him in the hometown and have the hometown advantage. This is way tougher than you'd think it would be to call. But you know what? I'll go against the grain and say Damian hangs on and then Gunther challenges and wins in Berlin, and wins the title and as opposed to just getting a title defense in Berlin. So I'll say Damian hangs on for one more month at least, I'll say. So yeah, I'll give him this one. Yeah.
A little bit of a split ski here. Barber, what side are you on?
Yeah, I have been ready for a Gunther world title reign since last year. I wanted him to win the Rumble last year. I wanted him to win it this year, get that title win at WrestleMania, but it didn't happen. But man, it's tough to bet against Damian Priest. I mean, every time we thought he was going to lose, he somehow pulled it out. I think he's a great in-ring worker. I love the character work that he's been doing lately. Kind of turning over to a babyface role. Pez makes a convincing argument about walking out of Berlin as champion because that would be a great story to tell. I'll make this one our first split, and I'll go Damian Priest as well.
Okay, our first true
Hey, I
split.
like it.
Yeah, all right.
Right down the middle. A couple people saying retaining Damien, a couple people saying Gunther new champ, and that's the kind of stuff I like. All right, last thing we got listed so far for SummerSlam, unless anything changes tomorrow night. Cody Rhodes. Will the story end, and will Bloodline 2.0 story begin? This me? Who's this?
It's you.
You, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's a me. I'm
Yeah.
audio. All right, here. So, yeah, Bloodline's gonna fight Bloodline. I don't see Solo winning the title. I don't see Cody dropping the title right now. Cody Pez.
This is the one. This might be the only one I'm 100% certain on, and oddly enough, it's the main event of the show. that like Cody, yeah, 100% at least walks out with the title. But I think he wins. Obviously, Bloodline will get involved, but I think it'll be more about Cody wins. There's some kind of schmaz, and either we get a Usos reunion or we get Roman Reigns finally making his return. I think one of the two. We get something big post match. Keep in mind. Jey Uso does not have a match, so just keep that in mind. He does not have a scheduled match on SummerSlam. A big reunion between him and Jimmy could definitely be a thing. Making a big save here, finally reuniting, or we could just they might even jump ahead and just give us finally Roman Reigns making an appearance and cleaning house. So I think it'll be more about kind of the shenanigans surrounding the match and continuing this Bloodline story. One thing I'm pretty 100% certain of: Cody Rhodes will keep that belt around his waist outside of SummerSlam.
All righty, the story will continue. We say, Barber, will the story continue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see Cody dropping the title yet. Although I do think it would be kind of shocking to see him, defeat one of the longest reigning champs of all time, and he has a 4-month reign with the title. Because we always say, like, hey, I don't think WWE likes their long title reigns recently, and with the exception of Drew. But yeah, no, Solo. We're definitely building, or should be building, towards Bloodline versus Bloodline. I would love to see the Usos reunite. Maybe Roman himself. I think something big happens at the end of this match, but I think we do see Cody walk out as champ still.
Something has to happen to even the odds. I feel like it's been very heavy on New Bloodline the last 2 months, as far as like them always getting the upper hand, laying everybody out, blah blah blah. Like it's time for the other side to kind of get a kind of triumphant moment, and then you can keep it going. Like if we felt like that with the other when it was the other Bloodline storyline, the original one where it was like we got to have something to progress the storyline again, every couple of months to like really like amp it up again. I think either a Uso reunion or a Roman appearance will like kind of reunite it a little bit. Yeah.
Or Dustin and the Von Erichs pop up. Richie, what you think?
Yeah, right.
I mean, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are not on the card either, but I guess they're beaten up. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, you're like,
I think Rock is busy and he's hurt. I don't think he shows up.
no,
No, too soon for the Rock. Yeah, plus
Too soon for the Rock.
Yeah, no,
you don't need him. You can just have either the Usos or Roman. That's more than enough. You don't need the Rock on the show.
you don't need him.
So I think even injury not in play, I don't think it was going to be this time anyway.
Yeah,
No, it's not ready for it.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, Solo is obviously probably next one-on-one feud is probably going to be against Roman, and I just don't think there's been enough time removed for a Solo Roman to have Roman be anywhere near a title picture as well. I don't think people will be like, I mean, really, they're like, don't want Roman anywhere like near a title picture at the moment. We just had the had Roman lose, so I don't know, I maybe down the line Solo wins, but again, we've talked about, like, I feel like Jake Fatu has more upside, but yeah, I could see Solo, them putting a title on Solo at one point. They're really high on him, but yeah, not on at SummerSlam, not this time. I think this is to build up War Games. I can see shenanigans with Usos reuniting, if not, I mean, there has already been kind of teasers, so I think Roman will come out at the end, possibly. So yes, Cody retaining.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, hey, for once the main event, we're all on the same page again. Cody retaining the title. So yes, that is your SummerSlam card right there, and I like the fact that most of them were not pretty sure on, and some splits, some even splits, some 3-1.
Except for you and Richie. Agreed on everything.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, we're just,
And now if you two win, then
Richie. Hold on. Richie, Cody versus Solo. How long?
Okay. 13 minutes.
Ooh.
That seems
20.
short for a main event. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you screwed yourself. I think I got it because that's our tiebreaker. So
Okay.
if it's over 20, I win.
20 minutes versus 13. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right. Well, I definitely think we could do. This is one where, I think opening match is definitely. We know the main event, obviously, but we could go around and do openers. I think there's several possibilities for openers here.
Well,
Sure.
I mean, did Barber and Pez, did you disagree on stuff?
we did, but we all agreed on 5 matches.
I didn't know if we needed it, but if we needed it, sure, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying we can throw it out there.
No, we all agreed on 4.
We usually do. Throw it out there at least. So, there's something. It seems like there's always a possibility where we tie stuff. It always seems to happen anyways. So, but looking at the card, I think there's multiple possibilities for openers. So,
it's also just fun to predict the opener.
Yeah, just why not? You never know whose music is going to hit first.
Until they announce it before the show starts. Like, damn it, I wouldn't be surprised. And you announce it.
Yeah. JPO opener.
Logan, LA.
Logan, LA.
That's what I was going to say.
All right. 3 of us said Logan, LA. What were you, Pez?
No. I wasn't necessarily going to go that way. I'll say.
I know. I said the 3 of us. What do you say, Pez?
Liv and Rhea.
I'll go something different. Just
you change your mind, whatever.
Yeah. I'll go Sammy and Braun.
All right.
Okay. All right.
I'll go Bailey Nia.
Okay.
Just because I think it'd be fun to kick off the show with a cash, and that's my mentality going into that.
I see. He's going with cash and angle. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, I know our next angle we're gonna go with here.
There's an angle we can.
Yeah, because we're gonna draft. By the way, I totally forgot to put up these tickers. By the way, I probably should do that for the thing. There we go. I totally forgot to put that up for the predictions. Oh, sorry for anybody who's looking for tickers to scroll ahead. But we're getting to draft time, so that means we gotta do the wheel spin. We gotta do our thing. So here we go. Hey, Richie, there you go.
Yes.
What?
All right. Okay.
How many are we doing with it?
How many are we doing anyways? There's 89 potential picks. So how many are we doing again, Richie?
Well, how's that?
Did you decide on some?
Somebody do the math.
We could do 20 each, and you scrape the bottom
20.
of the barrel. But
Absolutely.
see who doesn't draft Ahmed Johnson first.
Yeah, there you go, 20.
Yeah, 20's fine.
Let's draft them. Damn near draft them all. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's see who's got to scrape up. All right, so Richie, what do you want again?
1.
Do you want first or fourth?
First.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Okay. All right, here we go.
I'll get that book in. Give me 4th.
Give me that 4th. All right. All right. Cool. All right. Scrap pickings for us, Jacob.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Son of a bitch.
It is what it is. All right. Okay. All right. I guess I'll take a second. You got 3rd. So there we go. Okay.
Change the bubbles when you can.
All right, so we got Richie up here first. We got me up here second. Jacob third.
Yeah,
Jacob 4th. There you go. You didn't have to move at all, Jacob. There you go. All right, so Richie wanted to do this. So what we are doing is it's exactly what it says down below. We're doing an Intercontinental Champion draft. So we are going to do our usual 20 picks because there are enough to do that. There are 89 unique winners of the Intercontinental title. I went through I had to go through the Wikipedia on my laptop and then type it out because it just lists the rank Reigns, so I had to skip anytime it repeated somebody, and so just get those unique winners. But I did post that in our chat, so you guys can refer to that as you will to make it a little easier. Just the names. But there's 89 potential IC champions, so you're going to draft best roster you can out of former IC. Hey, there's a lot of great names in there. People who who won that IC title over the years. So yeah, we'll get it going and see what happens. So, Richie, you got the list. You got the first. What you got?
Give me Gunther.
Okay, our most recent ones. All right. Okay, dokie. Let me mark them off my list because I literally just went in the order of the wiki also, so pretty much. So there you go. Okay. All right. Yeah, up next, give me that Heartbreak Kid. Give me Shawn Michaels.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He wasn't making it to you, Jordan.
You always get Shawn Michaels. I'm taking him this
I
time.
know. I want to do it again.
All right, Jacob.
There's a couple really big names still.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of big names.
Give me, because now just to clarify, we're not drafting just based off the reigns, right? We're drafting just
the person, just the wrestler.
I kind of am, but yeah, do what you want.
I'm just doing the person. I don't really care about that.
I was debating like which way I wanted to go. Either way, I'm still taking what I think is a great IC champion. Give me The Rock.
The Rock. All right.
Jacob did this for The Rock.
So it's funny on the Wikipedia, he both won it as Rocky Maivia and The Rock. So there you go. So you can take either one. All right, JPO, get your double.
Give me Stone Cold Steve Austin. Give me Razor Ramon.
All right, Stone Cold and Razor. All right, Razor Ramon. Let me delete them off my list here. All right. Luckily, I did them in winning order, so I can scroll up to the 90s for Razor. Okay, not the 70s and the 80s. All right, right back to you, Jacob.
Yeah, give me. There's two. Which one do I want? Give me Macho Man Randy Savage.
Macho Man.
My next one.
Macho Man. All right. Yep.
Well, if you didn't take Razor, I would have taken him.
All right.
So there were really three that I was thinking. So thank you for at least narrowing it down to two.
Yeah. I'll take a guy who was Intercontinental Champion. Give me Kurt Angle.
That was the other guy. So
yeah. All right. Sorry, Richie, you don't get to have him this time. God damn it! You always draft Kurt Angle. He's mine now.
I was gonna say not the only. I was muted, but I said not the only Intercontinental champion. So I was like, well,
I know the other one's on the list. You can draft him.
Because he's recreating WrestleMania 21.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, nah. I'll go Chris Jericho.
All right.
One. And
who, despite being a 9-time champion, only held the title for combined 318 days.
And I'll go Owen Hart.
Yeah, no, I definitely think we could do a rank 'em at some point, like we talked about in the chat, of ranking 12 guys who should have been world champion at some point.
Yeah.
We could definitely do that, and you can make
Yeah.
Oh no, Owen will definitely be on that. But I mean, make your pitch for somebody who obviously is retired now. You can't, potentially pick somebody who's still very much active who could be world champion.
Yeah.
Like realistically, I mean, well, you theoretically could, but I think it would be more like people.
Yeah, I think you could make a claim for like Dustin Rhodes, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
World time.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So it's on to me. You took Chris Jericho and Hart. Give me Ric Flair, a late Intercontinental Champion.
Big Carlito, I think.
Yeah, he beat Carlito, but he was still IC champ. All right, Jacob.
Give me AJ Styles.
Yep, there you go. I believe he was champion during the COVID era, right?
I believe so.
During the Battle Dome era, or whatever the fuck they called it. I don't remember. All right. All right, AJ goes to Jacob. Mr. Owens.
Give me Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect.
All right. Mr. Perfect.
I was hoping Mr. Perfect would fall.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for. He was stolen from me.
Bret Hart. All right. Sounds good. Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect. For JPO's 3 and 4. Mr. Barber, back to you.
That's all right. I think Eddie Guerrero is a good consolation prize.
Yeah. It's a pretty good consolation. Okay. Okay. And I'll take Chris Benoit.
Guy of the year.
Yep.
I say I'm pleasantly surprised to see Owen drafted before Brett. I love that.
Yeah.
That's right. No worries.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right stage should be there.
I'll go Rowdy Roddy Piper,
Okay.
and I'll go Edge.
Okay. All right. And then mark off Rowdy, Hot Rod, and Edge. Okay. Who won it pretty early, actually. Yeah.
Edge, first reign was on a house show, actually.
Yeah.
He beat Jeff Jarrett, I think, in a house show.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where do I go next? A lot of good picks on here. Give me a guy who I liked his IC reign as well, not just wrestler. Give me a legend killer Randy Orton.
Ah,
Yeah.
dang it.
Yeah.
Well, guess I'll just go with another backup pick, which is still a pretty good consolation prize. Give me Daniel Bryan.
Yep. That's a good consolation prize. Okay. Daniel Bryan. All right. All right, Mr. JPO.
Give me the game Triple H.
Game, who both won it as Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Triple H.
I feel like that's just an abbreviation, but yeah.
No, I mean, he literally was billed as Hunter Hearst Helmsley when he first won it from Mark Merrow.
No, I know, but I'm saying Triple H is still Hunter Hearst Helmsley. It's just abbreviating it.
Oh, sure. But I feel like it's a different gimmick as well at the same time. Yeah. All right. What you got?
And then I can keep it in the family. Give me my cousin Kevin Owens.
I was wondering when you were to take your cousin.
Yeah.
I was giving you till round 7, so.
All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Your cousin was IC champion. That's right. All right. Back to you, Mr. Barber. What consolation prize are you going with this time?
CM Punk.
CM Punk. That's another pretty good consolation prize. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I would have done him a long time ago, but his reign, again, I'm kind of drafting a different game.
Right. It depends on what you're drafting
his reign's
for.
kind of whatever.
Yeah. I know. Those Roman Reigns. Give me Roman Reigns.
Give me Rob Van Dam. And give me Christian.
All right. RVD and Christian. Okay, I'll mark off a little RVD here. Mark off Christian. He was not far above him. Okay. Excellent. All right, so is it back to me, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Give me the big red machine. Give me Kane. And that's like prime 2001, like my favorite Kane, jacked out of his mind and having awesome matches. So,
Won it in a chain match at Judgment Day. That was a good match.
Yeah, it's a good match. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. All right, Mr. Barber, what's your next consolation prize? Still some good consolation prizes still on the list. Don't get me wrong.
There are
going to be a very big star. So yeah, plenty to choose from.
So I'll take I'll take Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I say that's a good consolation prize too. All right.
Put him further down.
Mr. Rollins. All right. I'm literally just deleting these to see how short the list goes before I have to start picking oddball people. All right. Yeah. Okay, but we still got plenty to go. Still a lot of very talented people on the list. JPO, give me two more.
Listen up, all you sweat hogs and lonely marks. Give me Rick Rude.
Rick Rude. All right. Another pretty early one there. All right. Yes, sir.
And my cousin wants his friend there. Give me Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
I was giving you three more rounds to get him too.
He had a couple good runs too. I enjoyed his, conspiracy theory, he'll run with it too.
The artist collective thing he was doing. Yeah.
Well, I've got two of the three, so why not take the third guy in the match? Give me Drew McIntyre.
All right, Drew.
No, I've got I was about to say triple threat, but it's not a triple threat yet.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got on the list here. I'll go a little old school for my next one. Give me Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh, that's a drop for him. Round 8.
Yeah. Well, he's got some competition in this round. You know what I mean? So,
true.
Yeah.
I'll take Jeff Hardy.
Okay.
The next round, damn you.
Yep.
And Shelton Benjamin.
All right.
That was my next pick.
He had a decent run as an IC champion for a while.
I did.
Yeah.
Good matches, hell yeah.
Yeah. It's about the closest he came to the world title, I think, was some of his Intercontinental reign there. Yeah. All right, so you got Jeff Hardy and Shelton Benjamin. Okay. You know what? I like the guy, and there might be some slightly bigger stars, but I like his work. Give me Maga.
Umanga.
That's Samoan bulldozer. That's right.
I was just watching Steve-O talk about how when Umaga beat the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah, that's the video.
Stay down, man. I kept begging him to stop hitting me. He kept hitting me.
And it doesn't help that he was, as usual around that time, just whacked out on drugs and didn't know what he was doing either. So,
I don't even know if I blame that. Like, I feel like he would have acted the same way even now. Like, he was a fucking dude.
At least Pontius was smart enough to stay down after he got kicked, and stayed down for the whole time. He was smart enough to, just sell. And Steve-O, did not, and then suffered the consequences. Because I don't even think that he was going to do the big splash, and he's just like, you know what, I'm going to splash this asshole.
The splash was part of it, but then it's like the pickup and the kick, like that's all access.
All right, Mr. Barber.
I'm gonna pull a page out of JPO's book and draft based on what he did as an IC champion, because say what you want about him as a wrestler, whatever, he's a good talker and he made that title mean something when he held it. Give me The Miz.
Yeah. No, he was very high up. He would have been gone the next round too. Okay. For me.
All right, The Miz. Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Owens, you got 9 and 10, approaching that halfway mark. What you got?
Well, I mean, you took Gunther, but might as well take the other greatest, longest reign ever, Honky Tonk Man.
The honky donkey man.
Who, he's
Honky
on my
tonk
roster.
man.
He's on my roster on my gym. I've got him on my. I'm running WCW, and he's on my roster.
Coming to your town in a mean Cadillac, it's just a honky tonk man.
All right, and what you got for number 10?
And then you guys are all sexist. Give me China.
Well, up until this
Well,
point,
I'm
so
not because I'm gonna pick him next. I'm gonna pick her next, and you fucking So
Hey. First ever, last ever, baby. Maybe someday Rhea Ripley, maybe someday somebody else. Right now, all we got is China.
All right, Jacob, you're halfway. Number 10.
yeah, give me. Give me Dolph Ziggler.
Fuck me. Okay, hang on.
Current TNA World
That's
Champion.
not gonna happen.
Come on, Alec. I'm on.
Or maybe it
I
is.
got a new haircut and everything.
All right. All right. I will take number 10. I will take Rey Mysterio.
Booyaka, booyaka, as the kids say.
I mean, just the greatest IC
Weird.
title in WrestleMania history.
Yeah. All right. All right, Richie, 10 and 11.
All right. Give me Goldust.
Damn it. Moving over my next round.
Okay.
And give me Kofi Kingston.
Okay. Kofi. SOS. Here we go.
I'm more SOL.
Uh-huh. Waka waka. Okay. All right. Number 11. Just looking over my list here. Yeah, I'm going some more work right here. Give me Lance Storm.
If you can be straight from it.
I'm looking at my roster, and I've got my first two held the title before the 2000s, and everyone else since then is post 2000s. And I'm going to keep going that way because I'm taking Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay.
I love his entrance music. I listened to that on repeat when he first debuted in NXT.
Oh yeah. Okay, Mr. Owens.
Let's give us the guy that's going to successfully retain his title in the main event, Cody Rhodes.
Cody. Oh yeah. All right. We should have counted how many people on this list actually went on to become world champion, as it kind of used to be.
I feel like there's a lot. Most didn't.
I feel it'd be like half the list, maybe half. It's a decent, probably more than you think.
I'll do this. I'll do that.
Yeah. All right. JPO. Before you do that, who's your number 12?
Oh, Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose. All right. All right, Dean Ambrose. You got
So
it.
far, at least in WWE, from what I've counted, we have drafted 30 former WWE or world champions as well. Universal.
Yeah.
What about the weird times where people held the world before the IC? Am I counting that?
Like Ric Flair?
Ric Flair, Roman Reigns, technically?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's why I said like of the ones that we've drafted, 30 were also.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you before off the top of my head.
Oh, you already know it's 38? Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, just form and not they won the IC then the world, but because like obviously I'm counting Ric Flair in that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right, Jacob.
I'll go old school this time. Give me Greg Valentine.
Yeah, I like Greg Valentine.
Taking the hammer.
That dog collar match, yeah, with Roddy White Piper is brutal. Still one of my favorite kind of old school matches. Yeah, good stuff.
Oh, that was for the United States title and WA.
I didn't say it was for the IC title. I just said it was a
I
good
didn't
match.
say you didn't say. I just want to make sure.
Actually,
Let's see. Yeah, I'll take Booker T. All right, Richie, 12 and 13.
Well, yeah, give me that famous Irishman, Rick O'Shea. Ricochet.
Okay.
And
title.
He's not Irish. Oh,
I know. I know. And give me William Regal.
All right. Dun, dun, dun.
I like the one before that. It's just. It's just I was going to kill music. You want to do that?
It's just random stock footage of like Buckingham Palace and shit. It's just weird. Just horse and buggies and chariots and all this weird shit. That's great. Dignity, respect, gentlemanly. All right. Give me John Morrison or Johnny Nitro or whatever he wanted under multiple times. I'm going to say John Morrison. All right. All right. Mr. Barber.
I will take. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Yeah, I'll take Carlito.
Yeah, Carlito.
I thought the one ring he had with it was all right.
You know what taking Carlito is? That's cool, Jacob.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. JPO. Now, you know, but taking Carlito on the 13th.
Authority, Santino Morella.
I was going to say, taking him in the 13th round, that's not cool. Anyways. All right, Santino.
Santino.
All right. They're right next to each other on my little roster thing. Santino and Carlito. All right. And 14.
I don't trust him, but I want him on my list. Finn Balor.
Yeah, you don't trust that guy.
I don't trust him.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mr. Barber, right back to you.
Yeah, and I will take. Yeah, I wish he had I wish he had a longer reign, but I love him as a wrestler. Give me Luke Harper.
All right. Luke Harper.
I remember when he won, I was so surprised. I was like, "There's no way WWE is giving Luke Harper a singles title run."
Mm-hmm.
And then I was kind of right because it didn't last very long. It's like 26 days or something like that.
Mm-hmm. You guys know I'm his biggest fan. Give me Albert.
Oh God.
Hey, those two matches I said to Richie, he had two matches with Kane on like SmackDown. Those matches fucking rule. They're awesome. Those are two great.
He beat Kane for the
Intercontinental title. They had two matches though, and like those guys beat the shit out of each other. It was a great those are great Haas matches. They had great chemistry. This shit was awesome. Kane did a Hurricane Rana on one of them, and he just stayed in the dropkick. He was great.
You actually got the 3 Intercontinental Champions in a row. You got Kane, you got Albert, and you got Lance Storm.
There you go. All right. All right, Richie, 14, 15.
All right. I'll take Test.
Yep. This is a test. Test. This is a test.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm almost down to one page on my thing, so we're doing good. I won't have to scroll.
And what was that? I'll take Rikishi.
Kishi. All right. The
Slap them
quiche.
cookies.
The quiche. All right. Back to me. I'll take Ken Shamrock.
World's most dangerous man.
Mhm.
Oh no!
Down, 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 down.
Oh no!
Ah!
Oh no!
All right, we're getting down to it, baby. But there's still some good talent on the board, Mr. Barber.
There is.
No, there's still plenty of
Is
talented
like
gentlemen.
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. All right. Did we mention MVP showed up at Bloodsport to challenge Josh Barnett?
He did.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
Shit.
Everybody. I feel like everybody's first destination to show up. I'll have to post it to be is GCW. It's like, I'm here.
I'm here. Hello.
Hey man, if they're selling tickets and it's a good shtick that works for them,
Yeah. All right. All right, Mr. JPO 15 and 16.
give me the man that main evented SummerSlam for it. When I could say that, British Bulldog.
British Bulldog. God, he was so jacked out of his brains during that cage match.
Yeah.
Jesus
Holy
Christ,
shit.
he was enormous. Good Lord, at ringside. And he hit the tanning bed really hard for a week straight.
Holy.
And he had his braids. Yeah.
He looks weird.
Yeah, it looked
Look
weird.
like-
He did not look like Brett. At first, I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Oh, British Bulldog. Jesus. Oh,
He
my
looks
God.
like the professor from Buffy. The teacher.
Yeah, British Bulldog. Alrighty. What else you got?
Give me his reign wasn't long, but his moment was great, and he's the deathmatch king, Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder.
Yeah, him losing the next night was still baffling to me.
Bullshit.
I knew that was going to
Absolute
happen.
bullshit. I didn't because I didn't think Vince was that fucking dumb and shitty. Well, he was, so fuck you.
Yeah.
Give me Wade Barrett.
Are you nice person?
So
right,
I
Richie.
guess Richie, what he was trying to say is, I've got some bad news for you upcoming.
Yeah.
Right, I've got some bad news.
Bad news.
Yeah. I'll take Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Match of the year with Shawn Michaels, right? What? Don't remember what year that was.
Like 93 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be.
On Raw, 93 Raw, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, good match. All right, Richie, 16, 17.
Hey, you should take Wade Barrett. Oh wait.
Nah, shit. I'm putting my feelings for that. I'll take R-Truth.
No.
I don't have R-Truth on this list, so you did not win.
I thought.
Nope.
Nope.
That's where
US?
Drew McIntyre won it from. Oh no,
Nope.
he didn't.
Nope.
Oh, he didn't. All right, I won't take
I
R-Truth.
went through this whole list and did not put R-Truth
psych.
on it.
I was joking. Psych.
I don't have either R-Truth or Ron Billings or K-Quick.
Hold on.
K-Quick did not win.
Hold
No.
on. Richie's just pulling R-Truth, where he's like coming over to Royal Rumble, climbing a ladder, going,
Yeah.
"Oh, where's R-Truth at? Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
Chris Morgan is here."
Psych. No, I'm joking. Yeah. All right. Texas Tornado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. And the other Intercontinental champion, D'Lo Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually. Should have been world champion.
Should've been
right?
world
He was
champion.
Yeah, great shake of the head. Hey, if you want to make a pitch, when we do that rank 'em, you're welcome to do so. You can try. Yep. All right. Oh, I'm down to like one screen now on my picks, so this will be easy. Easy to look at.
Oh, we're getting down to it, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're getting down to it. So we're gonna have to. We'll see which people get left. I'll read off whatever 9 don't get left off the list at the end. We'll see who was left over. All right, but I will take.
Oh, then hold on. We should do 22 and just see who's the shittiest.
Oh, who the one person nobody will
Let's
take?
do it. Let's do it. 22.
Might as well draft it out. Yeah.
I mean, okay, if we want to. All right, but for now, I will take Billy Gunn.
The one?
The one Billy Gunn.
The one Billy Gunn and it's one
Yeah, I
and
thought
only.
he had it in the late 90s too, but I guess now it's only Road Dogg snuck in.
Yeah.
Speaking of Road Dogg, that's my pick.
Yeah, you can take
All
Road
right,
Dogg.
there you go.
There you go.
The aforementioned.
Uh-huh.
Got it. Look at
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
We just saw him have a pretty good match with Razor last week. Give me her Diesel.
Honk, honk. That was just his music. Honk, honk, honk. All right.
And I'm not trying to go off the same time frame, but I'll let you know he spans a few years here because he had a few runs. Give me Double J Jeff Jarrett.
A wild slapnuts appears. Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
I just pulled it
He's
because
gonna
I knew he was going to get drafted sooner or
Yeah,
later
somebody's gonna take him.
because somebody's going to take him over some of these other guys. He had to.
What?
So yeah,
Wasn't he also a Intercontinental champion?
I don't think so.
I thought
think
he
it's just IC.
had the.
I think he had
European
him separate.
championship.
I think he had him separately. I don't think he had him.
I thought he had him briefly. Then he
I-
gave the European title to Mark Henry.
I don't know. I can look it up though.
Give me Biggie.
Yeah, former world champion.
Yeah.
Hold on. So Brown lost the match over both Mark Henry and Deborah, turned on him, making Jarrett the second over Eurocontinental champion. On the following episode of Raw, Jarrett
That's right.
rewarded Deborah and Henry by giving Deborah and assistant Miss Kitty and Henry the European Championship. So he kind of had it and then just gave it away. Weird. Okay.
So yeah, technically there's been 3 Intercontinental champions.
Yeah. All right. So, sorry, Jake. Who'd you pick again? What?
Biggie.
Oh, Biggie. Okay, yeah. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, no, Biggie, former world champion. Yeah,
That's right. I forgot about that Mark Henry thing because that's his only singles title until winning the ECW and the World Heavyweight like a decade later.
Yeah.
And he won it because Jared was like, fuck it, here you go. I remember thinking about that at one point.
All right.
And he lost
18,
it
I'll take,
straight away. Actually,
18, I'll take Val Venus.
Oh, yeah, 34 days. Wow, what a shitty little, when you think about it, what a shitty 10 years Mark Henry kind of had, as far as titles anyway. I'm sorry, what did you say, Vez?
Val Venus.
Yeah, hello, ladies. He's fucking crazy now, but he's a good pick.
Right.
that was when he was at
Val Venus
Stratus.
website recently.
All right. Richie?
Yeah.
Stick to the list I sent you. Because those
I'm
are all the
mulling it
confirmed.
I mean, John Cena.
Yeah.
I am mulling it over here. Oh. All right. Let me go. Arriba, Tina Satara.
All right. Okay.
Kind
What's
of
with these
curious.
picks?
With the one.
You can't just run away. You need to draft somebody else before you run away, Richie.
Say a name.
Say somebody.
We'll give
right,
you
let's
the
do it.
pair, I swear to God.
JBL.
Okay, you're breaking up. All right, JBL.
John Bradshaw Layfield.
Okay. All right.
With the best title loss in WrestleMania history.
All right. I'll take Braun Strowman.
Yeah, you will.
I don't hate him. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
No problem, Brian.
No, I say that because I was going to take him.
Yeah, right.
But it's okay because I'll take Curtis Axel.
Right.
I was just looking it up. I forgot how long his reign actually was.
Yeah, he had it for a minute.
155 days, which is 2 days longer than Ric Flair's. Well, the one that's recognized by the WWE anyway. The stupid, tape.
All right. Technically, this would have been your final two, but since we're just going to draft them out, JPO, we got 19 to 20. Yeah.
I thought I had no chance of getting this guy because he's low on my list, but no one's drafted him. Give me the only. Oh no, that's not true. There's actually a couple more left. But I think the first of the future world champions, the Ultimate Warrior, is still around. So give me Warrior.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the guy drafted in our worst wrestlers draft?
Yeah.
I mean that's why he's still around because I agree. But I'm going by if you go by
That's
moments
true.
and the squash on Honky and the Rude feud,
Mhm.
he's not a bad pick. I think in this draft anyway.
All right.
And then you know what? Even though there's no footage of his win in Rio, give him the first ever He's Beloved Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson. All right.
I'm just going to start going down the list, and whoever has the longest reign, I'm going to
Good. I hope Ken Patera had it a long time.
give me Pedro Morales.
Okay.
There you go. The first Spanish world champion, I think, right? Is that his kind of big claim?
Something like
I
that.
think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, he's
I guess he would be the first
One of the
future world
first.
champ.
I was afraid, JPO, you were going to take my pick because my pick also won it untelevised on a house show, and I still like the guy anyways. Give me the Mountie. I'll take the Mountie.
Oh, was that a house show win? Okay.
Yeah, that was a house show win over Bret Hart in Canada.
no.
Yeah, give me the Mountie.
He would have been.
He only held it for like a
he would've been
day.
on my list.
He only held it for
Oh,
like a
really?
day.
Is he a short
Yeah.
ass one?
He's
Okay.
one of those short ones, like won it for like
That's
a day or
weird.
two, and then lost it again. And it was on a
I
house
think it's
show.
one of those. For me, it's that Mandela effect because he's got a good promo shot with it and everything that I can picture. You know what I mean? So I just assumed he had it longer.
Yeah, no, I was looking at the wiki. Yeah, I had heard that already somewhere because I knew he was on a list. Literally, okay. He wins it January 17, 1992, Springfield at a house show. Loses it 2 days later at the Royal Rumble to Roddy Piper. January 17th to January 19th, a 2-day reign.
Give him some credit. 2 days, baby.
2 days. Gotcha. Yeah, no, super long reign. Very prestigious. So there you go. All right, Richie. Well, I guess we're going to 22, so we're going to draft these bad boys out. Get them while you can, Richie. So I guess 20 and 21.
All right. I'll go for a guy who won the title during COVID and then picked up a weird accent and a weird heel run with it. I'll give me Apollo Crews.
Okay.
And let's see. Screw it. Give me the, Reign wasn't that memorable. Give me the Godfather.
I was actually going to take him. Yeah. All right.
I had a Golden Corral staff popping one time because I was walking around with my Godfather Pippin and Easy t-shirt. I don't know, the guy cutting the meat loved it.
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, play Pippin ain't easy. You want a thick slice of ham? What you want?
He had weird gimmicks, but he at his core he wasn't a bad worker. I'll take Mark Marrow.
Here comes Johnny
Big ass
Bourbon.
signing. First, guaranteed big ass contract.
Yeah,
And then Vince
right.
went, "Who's that wife of yours, by the
There, that hot lady.
Who's your Mary? Yeah, bring her to the ring. That's right.
Going down the list.
Yeah, there's not many left. You
Give
get what
me
you
Don Morocco.
get.
I was thinking about him too. I was like,
All
You know,
right.
when I said
Yeah.
let's do 22, I didn't keep in mind that I would be getting the last 2/3.
Yeah,
I
because
forgot I'm gonna have a real pickle here. Shit.
so you're gonna technically get your last two here, but I mean you got two out of the
It's
last.
not that bad.
You got two out of the
I
last
get a good
6
pick.
still available, so there's 6
Yeah,
more
no,
people
that's
available. You got
right.
6. 2 out of the last
I don't
6. So
mind
go
that.
ahead.
I don't mind that.
All right, so you get your pick.
Give me Big Show.
Big
Reign was
show,
okay, but overall a good guy.
yeah. Mhm.
And I don't know, for the lulz. I'm a for the lulz guy. Give me Dean Douglas.
Okay. I think I have a feeling who's going to get left out. I'm looking at this list. I
feel like I've name dropped him twice already. So to be honest,
yeah. Well, maybe I don't. It's between two.
You
It's
think
between
so?
two. I think it's between two.
Really?
Yeah.
I would
Yes.
be surprised.
There's between two. I know that are going to get left, and I just don't know which one of the two will get left. That might depend on Richie because he'll have the last pick. So what he picks. So Jacob,
I see it now. Yeah.
it's between two. So it's whatever me and you pick. Richie's going to get stuck with one of them.
Give me. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing where I go down the list and give me Ken Patera.
That wasn't the one I thought you were going to take. Yeah, I thought that was the one. One of the two that was going to be left.
I assume was no one's going to pick.
One of the two I was going to get left. Yeah.
I have a feeling if I showed Barber a lineup of 4 people, and he could pick which one was Ken Patera.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't.
I think it just shows that Barber hates the other 3.
Yeah, I didn't.
What?
Well, I mean, there's one guy left. I legitimately didn't like hate. He was just kind of bland once he stopped being a bodyguard. I'll take Ezekiel Jackson.
Again.
Yeah, I thought about him. I was like, man.
Yeah,
that is the second to last one I thought was going. All right, hey, y'all surprised.
No.
Right.
I don't mind Ezekiel Jackson. I probably would.
I think the other two are less bland than he was. And just as good wrestlers.
Yeah, I can't believe you're making me pick these 2 people.
I think there's a clear winner over one or the other, but that's all right. You're just getting the one. It's the final pick. You just got to pick between those.
Okay, cool. Jeez, what a pick! What a great pick alert here. I feel like one is kind of maligned over the other. Will be like, so I'll go with the one that's like a slightly better worker than the other. I'll go Ryback.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I know. I said it's either going to be Ahmed Johnson or Ken Patera will get left on the list. I said it was one or the other.
Ezekiel or Patera.
I thought it was going to be Ahmed. I was like, Ahmed's the dirt worst worker on this list. Like he's terrible.
Ahmed, though, again, if you're going by time frame, like people popped when he won, and there was hopes. That's what I was saying.
But he hurt people and nobody wanted to wrestle him. He was that worker, that guy.
Retrospectively, you're correct. But I'm talking in the moment, people gave way more of a shit of Ahmed winning than they did of Ezekiel Jackson. No one gave a shit then, now or later.
Congrats, Big T. We drafted everybody except you.
Also, JPO, you shouldn't be too surprised when I said I was just going to go down the list and take the people who had the longest reigns.
Oh, I don't know. You think I know by heart which of those 3 had a longer reign? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were looking at the list of that I was.
No, I was looking at. I did Pez's thing, and then I just ranked.
Because you said you earlier you had said that Ken Patera had a long reign, so I just assumed.
Oh, did I? No. I was saying I hope he did.
No, he did. It was a 200 and 230 days.
Yeah, no. The joke was because you said that like several rounds ago, so I was hoping you would start picking shitty people just because they had long reigns.
Everyone before him was picked. So
Ken Patera won it on April 21st, 1980, WWF on MSG. And then 231 days, loses to Pedro Morales on December 8th.
I mean, that's not surprising. Don't forget, back in the day, there's longer reigns. There's not uncommon,
Yeah, because I mean, even if you look at these early ones, Pedro holds it for like 7 months, and then Don Rocco wins it. He holds it for at least 4 or 5. Yeah, and then I mean these are fairly long. Tito Santana holds it for, about 6 months till Greg Valentine's take it. Yeah, I mean Greg Valentine holds it for almost a year. I mean there you go. So a lot of. I'll just say if you look at it, JPO, a lot of triple digit reigns. I'll just put it that way. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So, no, that makes sense. Like I said, it's not till the 90s that I feel it's becoming that like flippity floppy a little bit.
I was trying to see, some of the people that held it the longest before Gunther. Obviously, it was Honky Tonk Man. Pedro Morales 425.
And that's
the Miz. The Miz had a decent run.
Yeah, Honky Tonk 454. A couple people held it in the 400 range. Even Savage held it in the 400 range. And then it takes a while, after that, once you get into the 90s.
Like Savage is champ at 2 and is losing till 3.
Once you get into the 90s, you barely get any in the in the 100 ranges beyond
Oh yeah, no,
Razor Ramon.
that Godfather reign is short as shit. I think most of Goldust's reigns are short.
The Rock holds it for
Edge's
260.
first is like 2 days.
The Rock holds it for 264 days from December 8th, 97
Okay,
to August 30th, 98. So not bad. So The Rock holds it for a while. Ken Shamrock held it for 125. So not too bad.
Okay.
Again, given the Monday Night Wars Attitude Era, Vince Russo booking of like hot shot booking, changing
Right,
titles all the time. That's pretty good. And then, you don't have one for a while. A lot of short ones. Edge for a day. Jeff Jarrett, 2 days. You know what I mean? 14 days.
Yeah, Jeff's not that long. Jeff Hardy,
22 days. Chris Jericho in China, 20 days. I mean, I'm trying to get to the next like triple digit one. I'm scrolling. We're in 2001. We're in 2002. I'm looking. Still not in a triple digit one. Oh my God, we're in 2003. Still don't have a triple.
Okay, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, 210 days is the next longest one. Legend killer Randy Orton holds it for 210.
That shows you, yeah. And there's some great wrestlers in that time period that just, they weren't letting them keep it.
Yeah, just didn't quite do it. 190 for Jeff Hardy in 2007 to 2008.
Benjamin's first reign was pretty 244 days.
Yeah, so I mean, you get a couple here and there.
And honestly, the list could have been longer, but they stupidly deactivated the Intercontinental title at the end of 2002 for a few months.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't even know why they did that.
Killed it with Kane and Triple H, and then it's not till May, and that's like October, and then it's not till May of the next year that they bring it back in a battle royal. That's where Booker gets it. Yeah,
it's like I don't.
Really weird timing, or just really weird idea to like kill a title that's been around since the 70s that has proven worthy. You know what I mean? Like, Sean, Brad, like they all had it before they got the world.
Stone Cold, yeah. Some of these guys, Rock, Triple H, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, that's why I went Stone Cold first, because if you think about like the original All-Star 2016 stuff before he won the world title, he's doing the IC shenanigans,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I understand getting rid of the hardcore, the European and the hardcore to a degree, but like the Intercontinental.
Hardcore had its day. That gimmick ran dry, just like the 24/7 gimmick ran dry. It's a niche.
Light heavyweight title, European, some of those titles that it's just like, they just don't do much with them. Yeah,
I could argue the light heavyweight cruiserweight should have stuck around, but
cruiserweight. I mean, they got rid of the light heavyweight one, just stuck with the cruiserweight thing on SmackDown, which made sense.
No, I'm just saying. I could argue one of them should stick around. We've never not had good cruiserweights, but
for sure. Yeah, we didn't need 2 cruiserweight belts, so that's for damn sure. They did a smart idea to just put that on SmackDown.
And and to be honest, too, whoever came up with cruiserweight, that sounds way cooler. So I get they kept.
Cruiserweight's better.
Cruiserweight sounds way cooler than light heavyweight. That sounds like shit.
Because like in like combat sports terms, light heavyweight is
it's 205 pounds.
Light heavyweight is still a big dude.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense.
Well, the last run with the title was 205 live.
Yeah. But I guess 205 in real 205 is actually a big dude as opposed to, I guess, it's, I don't know, 205 looks smaller in wrestling in terms and does
Yeah, for sure. All right. But Mr. Barber, it's your show. Unless you want me to just wrap it up for you. A big deal. All right, man. No, I just wanted to give you your props if you wanted to. But that'll do it. So SummerSlam, Saturday night, Cleveland, 7 o'clock. I don't know how long the pre-show is, but whoever watches it, good luck to you. However long it is, 2-3 hours, whatever it is. Whatever that
no pre-show
day.
Unless they announce something, no, that's a skipper for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. I might watch a little bit of it live and a little bit of it the next day.
The last 20 minutes of it, I might.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Should be a good show. Again, we got a lot of matches on there where we don't really know what's going to happen. Could be some good storyline stuff, some good things for wrestling, some good stuff. We'll see what happens there, and we'll see who wins the predictions. We do kind of have a few things laid out for the next few weeks. We do have, obviously, next week we'll get to SummerSlam, obviously, in depth. We'll talk about all the matches, everything that went down, what we see kind of going forward, anything that might set up for the next pay-per-views. We are planning to do another rank 'em on the 15th, 2 weeks from now. So we'll do another rank 'em for the 2000s. And we'll get into those 2000s rank 'ems, which will be difficult. That's going to be really tricky. There's a lot of emerging stars there, a lot of established people, even in the 90s, that were still stars in the 2000s. You can make arguments for, obviously. People that even had fairly short, runs that are still made an impact. So we could definitely talk about that. That'll be a thing. And then we'll be open from there. We'll have 22nd. We will do our Wembley predictions, and then probably whatever some winner, decides we'll do that day in addition to that. But yeah, it should be an exciting month. We'll have SummerSlam, the build to Wembley, 2 big shows coming up. So big AEW show, big WWE show. A lot of exciting things happening. So, but let's wrap it up for now until SummerSlam next week. Jacob, anything you want to plug? I know you're busy doing your comedy mostly, but anything else?
Yeah, mostly doing that. I do show up other places from time to time. Malcolm and I had to reschedule our SummerSlam 2002 show, so we'll be doing that this upcoming Monday. It's a good show. I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, we talked about that here on the Lonely Marks, I believe. That was a good show. Yeah. Yeah.
We're talking about that. But yeah, I know I pop up on JPO's channel every once in a while. He'll tell you all about those. But yeah, no, this is mainly it for me. I'll be here most Thursdays.
Yeah, most Thursdays. Well, hopefully you can join us next week to talk SummerSlam. We would have you fit, and obviously, hopefully for the Rankum as well. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Richie, what you got going on?
Yeah, find me on JPO's channel doing some stuff here and there. I'm in the wrestling trivia teams tournament we got going, and weirdly, I'm in the first round. Going up against you guys.
Hey.
Do you have anybody to host that match, JPO?
Whether you believe, actually, I will. Once we set the date, if you're available. I teased that, and I swear to God, it's exactly how it fell too. I swear to God.
Me and Steve Mason, the media were good, and then it is. So it'll be fun, and I hope. And then I'm doing the recasts. We're doing Pulp Fiction.
I'll talk about that. Yeah, for Monday for sure. You'll be a part of that, definitely.
And the next Wheel of Movies will be more rats. And that's there. The Battleground combat, and taking on Nick Hernandez. So should be a fun time. Other than that, back here, Money Marks, and I'll show up on Tournament Fights, Tier Anchor, and all that jazz.
Yeah, JPO, what you got going on the Pierce Co. and everywhere else you got going on?
Yeah, as you mentioned, both me and Pez, not only we're going to team in the WWE Teams Tournament, we're fighting soon too over on Malcolm's channel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we're teaming. We're fighting with the Briscoe brothers. Me and Pez of trivia.
Hopefully they're all. Hopefully hey, they always had good matches both against people and against each other.
Yeah,
so you know what, the rare case, unlike the Hardys, where when they actually wrestled each other, it was good. The Hardys, I feel like it was never quite came together. Edge and Christian had good matches against each other, but Briscoe's
we'll have a good match, and at the end of the day, we'll go back to the chicken farm and have a beer. But so that's how we'll be teaming on the Pierce Wrestling channel, and that whole tournament will be beginning pretty soon. I'll start sending dates actually for that. I might even reach out tonight or tomorrow, start sending dates for those matches. And then over at the Pierce Co, took a bit of a hiatus just because I just wanted to chill for a little bit here, just do other things I was assigned to. But we'll start back up probably next week or so. Regular weekly tournament, or not tournament, regular weekly trivia, shenanigans, top tens, all that fun stuff. Other channels, and you'll find me at as well.
Yeah, no, I've got a busy week as well. Sunday night, I'll be on Rankum with Malcolm, ranking Shyamalan.
I'll be on
directorial efforts. I did see Trap today, so I am ready to go to rank Trap if needed.
Tuesday.
I'm seeing it on Saturday.
Yeah, no, and the only one I need to watch is Wide Awake, is one he made before with Rosie O'Donnell before. Sixth Sense, the random one. Everything else I've seen fairly recently, so I'm good there.
Wait, does his first one count?
We're not doing that student film he did in '92. Okay. We're not doing that because that was
the O'Donnell one. Okay.
No, that was a student film he did in '92 for that didn't get theatrically released or anything. Nothing. Not even just released. It was just a student film. Sure. No, Wide Awake got a small theatrical release. It counts, so we're counting that. It's the only one I haven't seen, so I'll check it out. But yeah, we're doing that.
I'd have to watch.
Yeah, where will I rank Trap now that I've seen it? Tune in to find out, and we'll see. And even before we did JPO, when we did ours, we hadn't even ranked Knock at the Cabin yet, and that's pretty high on my list. So we hadn't even done that yet. So yeah, we'll see where that ranks. I'll have to redo my rankings there. I went back on that show and re-saw what I ranked, so I just gotta squeeze in everything else. But yeah, just to be like, oh yeah, I did have that. But anyways, yes.
We just obviously skipped the first two, right?
We didn't. I don't. Well, I mean, I don't think neither one of us had seen Wide Awake at that point, so we just didn't do it. Yeah, we were just like, who cares? Yeah, we just did kind of all the main stuff. But yeah, we'll be doing the whole filmography there. Yeah, as Richie said, over on the Movie Hero Network, Movie Hero Network Facebook group, by the way, you can join on there, see all of our stuff. Yeah, Recast, I'll be bringing that back on Monday. Myself, Richie, Wolfman, and Jordan Anderson will be recasting Pulp Fiction, just hypothetical, and just have a little fun with that. Yeah, we got a mystery tournament on Tuesday, so just a quick, easy one with some blind voting. That's always fun. Yeah, Wheel of Movies Thursday night before Lonely Marks. We'll be doing Mallrats in honor of Shannon Doherty, so you can tune in and see us talking about some really Kevin Smith Mallrats. And yeah, I think that'll pretty much do it. And then I'll be heading back to Jacksonville to do some reffing for USWA at the National Guard Armory on Saturday night, August 10th. So there you go. But yeah, that will do it for tonight. So thank you guys for joining me as always. Happy SummerSlam weekend. Hope everybody enjoys the festivities. And we'll be back next week to talk all about it and see what went down in the aftermath. So for Mr. Barber down there in the corner, for Richie Goodacre, JPO, and the Pierce Co., I am Austin Pez Howell. We'll see you guys next time.